Today, let's start from Abia politics. Story 1, Ben Carlo and Abia governorship. Deputy Speaker Benjamin Carlo has spoken again about Abia governorship. Again, this again is important. Every Nigerian politician has two stages. One is, I have not declared. My people are calling me. My people. Which people? Which people? Because if you ask me, the market woman in Ariara will say, which Carlo? They don't know you. I beg, I dey sell okrika. Ben Carlo says he is still consulting. Consulting who? Onye kona consult. Because in Nigeria, consultation means measuring structure, counting delegates, checking Godfather's BP, and pricing form. Nobody consults the poor man. He's still consulting. But let's be fair. He didn't say he is running. He said he is listening. Listening is free and running is expensive. But Abia people are watching. These people have suffered enough before OT came. They have suffered enough structure without structure.
I have not declared for governorship. People who have declared for governorship, nobody is attacking them. About 3 of people have declared in the state for governorship, nobody is attacking them. I have not declared, and every day they are paying people on social media. Even some of you who are here videoing me now, you will sent by them to come and video me so that you put it on social media and then you start insulting me. Let me tell you, insult me the most you can. We don't have time to reply to you. But at the right time, we will tell you there is no bullying unit on social media. At the right time. This is not the first time I was attacked on social media. When I came to run for House of Rep, every social media was filled with attack. And they gave my opponent 70% and gave me 30% survival. At the end of the day, I carried him up and I hit him on the lamp. Wow. Go and tell Mayor Dunu, pray I don't come out to run for governorship. If I come to run for governorship, it will be a fast and a quick, tough battle. That's all. That is the truth. Go and tell your neighbor I said so. We are still consulting. We are still talking to our party. We are still listening to the leader of our party at the national. And we are waiting for the signal. If the signal come, look at me very well. Am I not handsome enough to be a governor? Am I not educated enough to be a governor? Am I not experienced enough to be a governor? So what are we talking about? Let's stop. You cannot threaten us with what you write on social media. If you like, hire.
As with the watch politics, let's enter Imo State now. Imo State. First time I'm entering Tiger Base and Lawyer Agu. I'm going into Tiger Base. A lawyer, Barrister Agu, says Tiger Base is after his life. Tiger Base. Even the name alone sounds like Netflix crime series. Is Tiger Base about Netflix? Anyway, Tiger Base is supposed to be anti-kidnapping unit, but Nigerians know it as anti-freedom unit, anti-Britain unit, anti-question authority unit. The man says his crime is talking because he talked. So now talking is kidnapping. They say they are anti-kidnapping unit, but somebody talked. Criticism is armed robbery now. When you criticize a state governor, maybe Imo State governor, the Tiger Base will come after you. So human rights is now terrorism. Nigeria police will not arrest bandits in the forests, but they will pursue Facebook posts, WhatsApp voice notes, Twitter threads. You can kidnap 6 people. They will say, we are investigating. But type government has failed. Government has done this. What about you have not implemented the 2025 budget. You are now, you just passed another 2026 budget. When you talk about that, Tiger Base comes after you. Meanwhile, there are kidnappers in the forest. Can you imagine? Even before you finish typing Government failed. That D in failed. They have found you. Now, if a lawyer is saying his life is in danger, that means something is wrong. Or many things are wrong because lawyers don't panic easily. They know the law, at least on paper. But in Nigeria, paper is stronger than law. I'm angry. Let me just move to story 3. Former UNN VC, Professor Igwe, dies. Now, comedy will pause small. Let's pause this comedy small. Former UNN Vice Chancellor, Professor Igwe, is dead. The cause, heart attack. This one no be joke. You see, Nigeria is killing its best people quietly. Let me tell you. Stress, pressure, politics, expectation, power without peace. Vice Chancellor today is not academic work again. It is crisis management. Students fighting, unions threatening, politicians calling, budgets disappearing. And you must smile and say, we are managing the situation. You see, heart attack no dey announce himself. Meanwhile, rest in peace, Professor. This country will clap for you after you die. But it stressed you while you were alive. Story 4. Prisoners taking degree courses in Enugu. Now, this one is confusing Nigerians, sincerely. Over 200 inmates in Enugu prison are taking degree courses. Hey, Okotoliba. Now, immediately, Nigerians reacted. So, prisoners are now better than graduates outside. Well, yeah, maybe yes. Oh, what do you think? Is it yes or no? At least they have stable life sometimes. They eat 3 meals. There is no jam for them. There is no ASU strike. No rent. The prison is rented freely. Some students outside are saying, which crime should I commit to study peacefully like the prisoners? Anyway, this is Nigeria for you. Education system outside prison is hell. Inside prison is like rehabilitation. Meanwhile, jokes aside, this one is actually good news. Prisons should reform, not destroy. Remember, they said it's a correctional center, so it is meant to correct. So the real question is, why is freedom harder than prison in Nigeria? Begin to think about that for the sake of the comment section. Why we go to story 5. Gunmen kidnap passengers in Enugu. Now back to madness. Gunmen kidnap 6 passengers, including the driver on Enugu Road. Not Sambisa, Entraco bus, government bus, na dem kidnap. So government vehicle entered government road inside government state, and government still says we are on top of the situation. Which top, please? Is it Mountain Everest or kidnappers now run timetable? Morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift. And you know what? Police will arrive after everything has finished and say, no casualty recorded. 6 people kidnapped, no casualty. The road is known. People have complained, but security waits until blood flows before reacting. And this is why Nigerians no longer trust press statements. So let's connect everything. Politicians are consulting. Police are threatening critics. Professors are dying of stress. Prisoners are getting degrees. Free citizens are being kidnapped. If this is not inverted reality, I don't know what it is. In Nigeria. Now, prison is safer than highway. Silence is safer than speech. As Tiger Base go pick you up. And death brings honor. Living brings stress. As Igbo people say, Ebonye darakachi ekwaturu ya. Where a man falls is where his destiny pushed him. But destiny cannot explain bad leadership. Now, let's be serious. Let's talk straight. This country is drifting because security is selective. Power hates criticism. Education in this country is surviving by miracle. Sincerely. And politics is about ambition, not people. You cannot silence citizens and expect peace. And you cannot abandon roads and expect safety. You cannot stress intellectual and expect progress. Let me tell you. And you cannot keep pretending everything is normal. If you're watching this on Igbo Area TV, talk, don't be silent. Share information responsibly. Demand accountability from leaders, not loyalty. And protect human rights. Today, it's a lawyer. Tomorrow, it's you. Support education reforms, not just prison education. And stop normalizing nonsense. If you agree with me, like, share, comment. If you disagree, still comment. Debate is healthy. This is not hatred, and this is not propaganda. This is reality mixed with humor, because if we don't laugh, we will cry. Until next time, Nigeria will not destroy us. We will continue to talk. I am Azuka Oje.